Yo Broly, what's up? If you've been keeping up with our channel and Facebook page, you'll know that I'm currently working on improving our studio, particularly our new desk setup, and it's actually perfect timing for Momax to send in a few of their homeline products as an expected studio upgrade. Here, let me show you. So Momax Care of Digital Walker sent in 3 of their products from the Momax home line, which includes the Momax Pure Air Portable Purifier, the Momax Ultra Air Purifier with an integrated bladeless fan, and the Momax Trio-Cleanse Robot Vacuum Cleaner. Okay, so let's start with the Momax Pure Air Air Purifier. Now, the Momax Pure Air is a portable air purifier with 10,000 mAh of battery, an integrated UVC light, and features an H13 HEPA filter. Upon opening the box, the first thing you'll notice is the quick start guide, and underneath that we have the accessory box and the Momax Pure Air Purifier itself. Inside the accessory box, we have the instruction manual, a small product catalog, and the USB Type-C charging cable. At first look and touch, the construction, although mostly is made out of plastic, is pretty decent with a good amount of weight to it while still being portable. Looking at the top side, we have a couple of buttons and an air exhaust. We also have a nifty handle here that you can easily tuck on its side. Here in front, as well as around the purifier, we have the intake ventilation where it sucks in dirty air. And here at the back, we have the USB Type-C port, the power switch, and the latch that you can pull to reveal the H13 HEPA filter. Now, let me pop the complete specifications on the screen so that you can check it out. But essentially, what's important here is that it has 10,000 mAh of battery, like I said earlier, that as per specifications can last around 7 to 15 hours. And as per my testing, it lasted around 12 hours give or take in auto mode, which is around the specified value. Another important thing here is that aside from the H13 HEPA filter, it is also important to know that it has a CADR or Clean Air Delivery Rate of around 30.7 and an applicable area of around 10 square meters. This is important to make sure it is suitable and will work efficiently and effectively for your desired space. As per my testing, you also need to make sure that the charger you're going to use to charge this up is rated around 5 volts and 2 ampere, or otherwise it won't charge. Now, it has easy to configure modes using the 2 available buttons, one of which is used to turn on the illumination and the other one to toggle different features. You can choose to set it in auto mode or manual mode up to 3 levels. You can also enable the UVC light and the negative ion features using this button. We also have a nice little display here that shows you the battery level, wind speed, negative ion status, and quality of the air. Overall, what I like about this is that it is lightweight and is easy to carry, and has good battery life enough to last you the entire night and more. In my opinion, this is suitable for small rooms and vehicles, a good option for an on-the-go air purifier. What I don't like about this, however, is that it doesn't come with a power brick, and sometimes it's kinda picky when it comes to chargers. You'll have to make sure it supports its 5 volts 2 ampere power input. Next up, we have the Momax Ultra Air Purifier. This one is the bigger, and I would say in some ways, better than its little brother. For starters, it also features UVC light and an H13 HEPA filter. But aside from that, and this is probably where it separates itself, is that it also has an integrated bladeless fan. It also has an app support, which the portable Pure Air doesn't have. Oh, by the way, this one oscillates like a normal tower fan, which is pretty awesome. Inside the box, we have the accessories, which I'll show to you one by one in a minute, and the Momax Ultra Air Purifier itself. Okay, so inside the box, we have a couple of instruction manuals. We also have a remote, which is a nice bonus, and a battery to go along with that. We also have a small product catalog, the power brick, the H13 HEPA filter, and the Momax Ultra Air Purifier itself. At first look and touch, as you can tell, it is fairly huge compared to the portable Pure Air Purifier, and with its integrated bladeless fan design, this is definitely a stationary air purifier. Around the Ultra Air Purifier, we have the intake ventilation that sucks in dirty air and spits out filtered air through the bladeless fan that you can tilt and move towards your desired angle. The entire body also oscillates, working as a typical tower fan. Everything can be controlled via the remote, including the power level up to level 9, the oscillation, timer, and the UVC light. You can also do the same using the touch-sensitive display, but if you're like me who wants to toggle everything using a smartphone, you can also download and install the Momax Smart app. Inside the app, you can toggle between sleep, boost, and fresh modes, and you can also enable oscillation, UVC light, timer, and speed levels. You can also take advantage of some automation like what I did here. I set it to turn on at 8 AM and automatically turn it off at midnight. Alternatively, I can also control it via Google Assistant. Now at the back, we have the power port, and then on top, we have the cover for the filter. Let me pop the specifications on the screen so that you can check it out. And again, what's important here is that aside from the H13 HEPA filter and the UVC light, it has a wider filtration coverage of up to 200 square feet or 18.58 square meters. It also has air delivery up to 4 meters. This is ideal for small living rooms, bedrooms, and home office spaces. Unfortunately, I cannot seem to find the CADR rate for this one. Overall, I like this air purifier simply because of the fact that I can also use it as a fan. And last but not the least, we have the Momax Trio-Cleanse Robot Vacuum Cleaner. Now, like the first two Momax Homeline products, this one also features UVC light and app control. And not only you can use this to vacuum your floor, but you can also use it as a mop with a detachable water tank. So basically, you can sweep, mop, and sterilize your floor at the same time. Upon opening the box, we have some paperwork here, and underneath this styrofoam, we have the rest of the package contents. So inside the box, we have this sort of all-in-one adapter with 3 different prongs, a USB Type-C port, and 4 USB ports for charging other devices. We also have a nice pouch here for that, so you can also use this for traveling if you're not going to use it for the robot vacuum cleaner. We also have a total of 4 side brushes, another brush for cleaning the robot vacuum, a filter, the cloth for mopping, the instruction manual, a couple of 3M tape, and a product catalog. We also have here the charging base and the power brick. And finally, we have the Momax Trio-Cleanse robot vacuum itself. At first you can touch, oh my god, this vacuum is super glossy. Like, look at this. Anyways, right here we have the power and home button, and here we have some of its key features. Here we have the bumper with a rubber lining, and then at the back side we have a couple of air vents and a detachable water tank. We also have here the dust bin. Now, looking at the bottom, we have the cloth for mopping, which is attached via Velcro and can be removed for cleaning. We also have the wheels with springs, the main brush, the UVC light, the mount for the side brushes, the rotating center wheel, the charging pads, and the sensors around. Now, right out of the gate, let me tell you that this one features gyroscope as its main navigation system. Now, there are a lot of different navigation systems like gyro, LiDAR, and camera-based systems, and personally, I like LiDAR the most as it is very accurate when it comes to mapping the environment and efficient when it comes to cleaning time. With that said, the gyroscope on the Momax Trio-Cleanse is still pretty decent. It was able to map our small studio workspace. In terms of suction power, it is up to 1800 PA, which should be sufficient enough for most flat surfaces, and while it is capable for carpets, I would rather go for at least 2000 to 2200 PA for carpets. Aside from that, it features a 100 ml water tank and a detachable washable mopping cloth. Battery life should last close to a couple of hours depending on which mode it is running, and you can completely control it via the Momax Smart app. Inside the app, you can see the charging time, battery level, and cleaning area, as well as a visual map of the environment, albeit quite basic I would say compared to another robot vacuum that I've used before. You can also toggle the power and cleaning modes here. We have Smart, which essentially means auto mode. We also have Wall Follow, that basically means it will follow the walls and clean the edges and corners. We also have the Spiral or Spot mode, wherein it will clean certain areas, and Random, which is the mode suggested for carpets. We also have Manual mode and Return to Home for charging. You can also turn on the UVC light here and set up advanced parameters such as fan speed, deep cleaning, silent mode, and others. And like with the Ultra Air Purifier, you can also control this via automation or voice assistance. As you can tell, even with an 1800 PA suction force, it was able to gather tons of dirt, hair, and other unwanted objects from our carpet. Maintenance is also relatively easy, as every detachable part of this robot vacuum is just secured with a latch or a button, including the water tank, the main brush, and the dust bin. Overall, honestly, I still prefer a robot vacuum with LiDAR for better navigation and environment mapping, and probably with a tad more powerful suction for carpets, but for flat surfaces, this is certainly substantial. And other than that, the Momax Trio-Cleanse robot vacuum gets the job done. And there you have it guys, like I said, this was just an unexpected upgrade for the studio care of Momax and Digital Walker. Nowhere near a full review of each product, but I hope you still got a thing or two when it comes to their features and capabilities. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. You can check the links below if you're interested in any of these products from the Momax home line. Again, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like this, and see you next time. Have a great day, Brawlies. You're always awesome.